Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. We're using this stencil. This stencil is from the Indigo Blue kit, which is the mixed media kit, which you know I've been using lots of. If you've missed it, then just look back again. You may well be able to get it. I have no idea. I know it is very, very popular. But I thought that we could do a stencil to show you how to make the mandala. And I'm just doing, okay, so I'm not somebody who is, will that work? Yes, I think it just about will. Okay, so I'm going to take it to there. And I'm doing this on, this is tissue paper. That, as you know, I love using tissue paper, so I thought that I would do the mandala on there and it will give me a lovely background. What I'm going to do with it afterwards, I don't know, but I need to get myself a sponge dauber in green. I've been using brown recently, as you know, so I can put those back. I've got a red one that I was using and I've got a blue one. So I want one that's going to be green, and I've washed them so they're all coming out slightly different colours. I think that's probably going to be all right for green. What happens when you wash them, they come out this really sort of peculiar colour. So, but I've used them so much that I just wanted to give them a bit of a clean. Now I'm just going to hold this down. And I'm going to do it so that this little circle is just at the top, because I think that that will work okay. So let me just, now I'm hoping I've got some, yes I have, I can see it coming through now. So what I'm wanting to do is just go through here, and because it's tissue paper underneath, I'm not sure how it's going to come out. I think it's going to be nice texture, but as you know, when I receive tissue paper when things are wrapped in, so this lovely box came in bright orange, which I absolutely love. It means that you can use it and you can put it really smooth, but I quite like it when it comes wrinkly. Oh, that's going to fall down. I'm just making sure that it's knocking the sides, so that the cover of it's coming down. Now I tend to go through, you can dab up and down, but I tend to go through in just little backwards and forwards, depending how delicate the stencil is. If the stencil is very delicate, then you need to just do sort of dabbing backwards and forwards. But if the stencil is not too delicate, which this one isn't, it's got good pieces that you can like work with, it means that you can just sort of move them back and forwards in there, so you're going to get a good coverage. So I'm literally just going over it to make sure that I can see that there aren't any little spaces left over, or as few as I can work out. Okay, now I'm going to take this off. Oh yes, now that's quite nice, like that. And then I'm going to turn it round the other way, and I can line it up by that little circle in the centre, which is what I'm going to do. So you can see the little circle there. I'm lining that up with the circle on the mask, and then I'm making sure that that comes down so that it will then carry on perfectly. So let's just keep working. And as I say, some of it's darker than others, but that's fine. And it's not going to be completely centered, but again, that's fine. Because it's tissue paper, I wanted to trim it anyway. So I'm just showing you just so that you can get this lovely circle from the mandala if you've bought the kit. Now, if you haven't got the kit, then have a look at some of your stencils and see if you can make a nice pattern one side and the other. And I don't know whether you can, because I don't know what stencils you've got, but if you've got them, and I know in different countries they don't call them stencils, they call them masks, but just have a look through and see what you've got and see what you can do to just give a little bit of extra texture in on there. Right, I'm going to take that out. Now you can see, how about that? That's given it a complete centered piece, which is lovely. Now all I need to do is I just want to take a trimmer and I'm just going to trim it up a little bit because it's not quite centered, but then that doesn't matter too much because I can just take it down on here just a little bit, because I want to take it down to just about there, I think. And then I can take it round on here. And by doing this, it means that my edges come nice and straight. So, because when you're doing tissue paper, they quite often don't come very straight. So I can do that, and then that's beautifully centered now. I've got a little bit of tissue paper on there, but that's fine. So that's given that a nice look. And then I can look and see what I'm going to do with it. Now, I think I want to just colour it in. I'm not going to make a whole card this time, but I just wanted to show you how you can just sort of colour in some of the patterns and designs. And I'm going to use some of the Posca pens, and in fact I think I need to use the fatter ones, and I'm going to use the gold, and I'm going to use the so what I want to do is I just want to take this out of here, and I just want to colour. I'm going to do every other one, I think. And I'm just colouring it in to just give a little bit of something different. It's quite interesting because these bits of mandala aren't all exactly the same. I've just noticed. So I'm just going around like this, doing it quite quickly. But just by doing every other one, I think I might have slipped on the mask here because I've got like a double one, but I don't think it matters too much. You see on there I've just got a bit of a double, but I don't think it's going to matter that much. That's fine. So that's that one. And then I think I'm going to do, let's do silver on the ones in between. Oh, that's interesting. There's a double one on there, so I'm going to do this in silver. And doing it with the tissue paper as well, I think it looks quite pretty. I've got two in on there, haven't I? So I'm just going to do two in silver. And the Posca pens are quite good because they're, what do you call them, opaque, so you can't see through them. So it just gives a different look. Yes, the way the mandala is, they are slightly different, I think. Okay, that's looking quite pretty actually, isn't it? So that's gold and silver on there. Now I can do, and I'm just doing it, you know, quite sort of randomly. I think I'm going to have white in on the centre here. So again, I'm doing every other one. And some of this tissue paper is probably going to just pull up a little bit, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. But it just gives that different texture. And I'm just going all the way around. There we go. I'm quite enjoying this actually. I think it's looking quite good. Okay, so now you can see where I didn't get it quite straight on there, but I don't think that matters too much. I'm just going to do some, again, alternate ones. Because then just doing them alternate. Oof. Now I've got to work out where that one is, about there, I think. Because if you just do it as a not completely into that piece, but just as a little, can you see, like that? It doesn't matter that it's not quite straight. I've just got a little bit of paper on there. So I think that that's actually looking quite good now. I need to do something in on that center. Am I going to do gold in on there? I think I might. I think I might. So on here, I'm literally just going to do just a little line of dots in there, and then maybe a little bit down like this. And I'm dotting it because, as I say, being tissue paper, it's it can be just a little bit different. Now I think that works quite well. So round the edge, am I going to do some, I am going to do some gold, I think, on here, or do I do it in black? I might do it in black actually, because I just want to have it framed quite nicely. So I'm just going to do the black round there. Now again, I've got to be quite careful because I've got the tissue paper, so I don't want it to be pulling it too much. So I'm holding it and I'm only doing a very small line so it doesn't pull the paper. So literally it's just a very fine little line down here, but I think that's all it needs. Like that. Okay, so I think, to be quite honest, that literally just put on a piece of, I don't think I've got a card base, but I'm just going to show you just out of interest. You know, put that on there, which is what I will do on a card base, and just put a little sentiment on there. And I think that works quite fun. It's quite fun because if you look at it, you've got all of the lovely wrinkles of the tissue paper that gives that sort of effect to it, and then you've got the sparkle and stuff of the or the metallics of the paper. So hope you enjoyed that. That was a little bit different, wasn't it? I will finish it off so you'll see it on the cover. And as always, please stay safe and well, please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.